Dry and Barren Land company values. This is our culture. Be your authentic self. Bring your whole self to work. You don't have to pretend, perform, or hide who you are. Authenticity creates trust, creativity, and genuine connection. Cultural norm. We encourage people to be real, honest, and comfortable being themselves. Value number two, work life imbalance. All life. Work is a part of life, not the whole of life. We recognize that life includes family, friendships, faith, health, responsibilities, passions, and everything else that makes someone human. Cultural norm. Life comes with stuff, we make room for it. Number three, faith first. Faith provides the foundation of how we live, lead, make decisions, and treat one another. Cultural norm. Life and work get complicated, we return to our faith and values before making decisions. Value number four, friends second. The purpose of our workplace is not simply to create coworkers, it is to create friendships. We want people to know one another, care about one another, celebrate together, support one another, and genuinely enjoy working together. Cultural norm. We intentionally build relationships and treat coworkers as people, not just positions. Number five, emotional effectiveness. We don't expect people to leave their emotions at the door. Instead, we develop the ability to understand, communicate, regulate, and respond to emotions effectively. We talk about emotions openly and respectfully. We don't suppress emotions or allow emotions to control us. A simple cultural principle: be yourself, take care of your whole life, put faith first, make friends, handle emotions well. A signature cultural norm is this. In saying my pleasure, when someone says thank you, our preferred response is my pleasure. Your welcome is perfectly acceptable, but my pleasure is preferred because no problem subtly suggests there's a problem in the first place. My pleasure communicates something different. I'm glad I could help. It was my pleasure. It's a small phrase, but small rituals like this are how culture becomes something people actually experience, not just words written on a wall. So thank you for being here. It is my pleasure to have this meeting with you all. Um, I'm gonna get the agenda. I left it downstairs. And I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Roger that. I guess while we wait for Tom, I was just thinking about what he was referring to with the adage, it's my pleasure. There was a time where I was watching Japanese animation, and there was a show called Vivi's Fluorite Eye Song. And a lot of the times I picked up the saying of that, it's my pleasure, with the opening song for that show. It was the chorus went, "As you like, my pleasure." So uh, that is something I've incorporated in my role as a customer service manager and a pharmacist tech where I work at. So I will like to add, instead of saying words like "you're welcome," I vary it up by saying "it was my pleasure." I do like that Tom brought that little snippet into mind.
Yeah, I think I
Great.
read that Chick-fil-A is always, instead of saying like you're welcome, they always say my pleasure.
Right.
Um, for
I've heard
that
that
same
as well.
reason. I often say, when people say thank you, like happy to help to, instead of just the you're welcome. And yeah, I really don't like no
Mhm.
problem because it does kind of have that, well, it could have been a problem, but it wasn't a problem.
There is that underlying sense of negativity. Yes.
Yeah.
This is a good conversation. This is a really good conversation we're having. I love it. Um, so,
My pleasure.
um,
So,
so
Ba-dum-bum.
a couple of good pieces of information. The good news is that as of today, Um, we have 23 people signed up for the 70 times 7 challenge.
Sweet.
Um, we have
Awesome.
a community sponsor called Multiply Attire. And it is a friend of mine, Kadam Lee, who does t-shirts, and he will be providing t-shirts for the event.
Nice.
Um, let's see, I got a $200 donation from my mom. So she is wanting to do that because I told her that I wanted to do a birthday party slash kickoff event for the 70 times 7 challenge. So that's one of the things we need to discuss is whether or not we should have a kickoff event at the main event. To kind of, and if we do, how big is it? And how do we go around the logistics of, pulling that event plan off? Um, I got another $20 donation from this company called Postal Print in Suwannee. They gave me a discount on creating these cards, and I'll bring some cards in for you, Charlie, when I see you on Sunday. But they're
Yes.
like these little postcards. And Sandy, I need to give you, and I'll, and Sandy, I need to give you some to you as well. Um, but he gave 20 half off those. So, um, does everybody want a package of these postcards? Does everybody is all in for that?
Well, what are
Yeah.
they again exactly?
They're the flyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just like a little mini version of the flyer. Okay, I'll show them to you first. See if you want them. Um, so that's half off every time we want to get more postcards. So that's like a $20 donation off of, I bought 100 of them. Um, so Vapor Hub has allowed me to put those postcards in all of their stores, any store in Atlanta.
Oh, cool.
Um, um,
Nice. I
um,
like it.
I'm meeting with potential co-sponsor. His name is Bizarre. The organization is Bizarre International. It's an international supermarket right here in Sugar Hill, um, right near where I live. And just this sponsorship package that I put together. I'm gonna just make a relationship, let him know what's going on, um, and give him a copy of the sponsorship packet. Um, and That's exciting because that would be more income to the challenge.
Hmm.
Um, so that's some really good news.
Yeah, definitely.
Echo Ministries, the Christian singles group that I belong to, um, they are wanting me to host walks through their ministry. So I will be hosting walks through them. I told my entire friend group on Echo Ministries Prime about the event, and I got signups through there. I let them know about they can volunteer there. So that's a whole nother solid locked in network of people who will know about it. Today I'm going to a game night at the First Baptist Atlanta, and um, they will have an opportunity to meet people and tell them about the event. Give them some of the um, postcards that I made. Um, tell them about the organization and what I do, in a just nice, relaxed environment.
Hmm.
Um, so I also went to the Chamber of Commerce event on Thursday. They had an event at the main event, and I met some people there, that are real movers and the shakers of the area. So the event planner at the main event, Wendy Lucas, is a good resource to have as well. She's the one who introduced me to the Chamber of Commerce of Gwinnett County. Um, and I went to the main event earlier because I was planning a birthday party and I met her through there. Um, and let's see. I have a couple of other networks that I could announce this through. The Christian Singles Hub, or now formerly known as the Christian Social Hub. It's another Christian singles group that I belong to. They're allowing me to post on their website, that you know I can that what I'm doing and share my story. It's kind of like a Twitter like environment. Um, and then there's a prayer group that I belong to that meets Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Um, and that's part of the Christian Socials Hub. And that's what I really love. And um, that's Charlie went with it with me. Why don't you tell everybody your experience when you were at that prayer meeting?
Oh yes, the meeting was very good. That was a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So that
Um,
was a really great. Had a great group session there, and got to know a lot of different people as well as make building the connections as well.
yeah, and they're nationwide, so they're people from Alabama and other nations, other states. Um, and there's another Christian singles group on Facebook called Tribe. And there's another Facebook singles called Apex. So I've been to events, both of them. I know some of the leaders there, so I can reach out to them, see if I could actually announce it as a tribe event or as a Apex event. Like it actually might be really interesting to have a event that is focused on all three singles, um, you know, kind of H those three single groups in Atlanta. So that'd be a really interesting event to have. One that's multiplied across all three platforms. Um, so that would be very interesting to be that event. Um, so that's the big vision for the kickoff event. If you want to make it as big as possible, and you can do something on Eventbrite and just really publicize it and just say, hey, this is going on. Or it can be a small intimate birthday party that I just tell people at church about, tell people at Echo Ministries about, and just everybody I know, you know um so that's the level. If I do it at all, there was a time period where I was just thinking, maybe I just don't have the event, you know um, but it would really help me kind of talk through, whether or not we should have this event or not, and what it should look like. So I'll open up the floor to anybody who wants to speak.
I guess I'm still trying to um figure out if it's a birthday party or it's a challenge event. Because I think I did mention kind of earlier, I think it would be a little bit too kind of confusing or mixed message or not effective to have it be both.
Yeah, I can make it a kickoff event and just let people know that this, like, oh, and by the way, this is actually my birthday party.
I wouldn't mention birthday.
Okay. What does everybody else think? Okay. Let's see. We should pray for wisdom, right? Um, God, give us wisdom on how to proceed. Um, we know that you are this at the center of this meeting, and we ask for your nudging and your guidance. Amen.
Amen.
Well, if you were to have a kickoff meeting, what would you be hoping to achieve with that meeting?
Um, I think it would be like a celebration. I'd want to share the vision about the 70 times 7 challenge. Um, I'd like to get people to sign up if they haven't already signed up. Um, I would like to tell people about my organization and the book that I wrote. Um, I'd like to be in an intimate enough setting where I would share my story about what I'm going through in my custody battle. So people that I feel comfortable talking that story about, which maybe I'm ready to talk about it with everybody. I don't know. I've been, in these Christian single groups that I've been, attending. Um, so, it could be really big or it could be really small. It could just be the five of us.
Hmm.
I just, Lord, what do you want us to do? You know, well, do you want us to have this event or not? So I think that's, number one is should we have any event for the kickoff meeting, let alone my birthday?
I think we should have a kickoff event. Right now, I have a couple of business owners that I've met through my work here at the pharmacy. So I'm going to, like you said, you're going to have the flyers out for me tomorrow on
Yeah.
Sunday, Tom. So I'm gonna prepare maybe a packet or a couple of packets to give out to the business owners I've connected with here. Some of them are former, what we call colleagues, also at CBS, who are coming back as well, and I've had follow-up appointments with them to help build connections that I want to
Okay.
see if they are interested in joining our 70 by 7 challenge.
Okay. Okay. It's 70 times 7.
70 times 7, excuse me.
Yeah. Greg, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've read through all the materials and I love the theme that 70 times 70 forgiveness is what it's all about, right? It's uh everybody has in their life issues where they have to forgive somebody of something and let go of a past that if they don't let go of it, it's not a good path moving forward. So the whole biblical theme of 70 times 7, forgiving others, letting go of past hurt and pain is a great theme. And I'm good with any kind of meeting you want to have, kickoff meeting. I'm good with everything you have the way it's written.
Okay. Okay. Oh no, what do you think?
think it can be good to have a that event.
You're saying it can be both?
For no, that it can be good to have a event for the challenge.
It should be the event for the challenge.
Yeah.
Do you want to text me? And then I'll read what you text. Okay. Or you could put it in the chat. Okay, she says, I meant yes to an event for the challenge. Okay,
Okay.
okay. All right, and Sandy, what were your thoughts?
I think it should be an event for the challenge.
Okay, okay. All right,
And I guess it feels like it should stay focused on the challenge.
okay.
I think that if you're comfortable sharing that story about, your own walk of forgiveness, the kind of started this whole thing,
Yeah,
would be a lot of good insight for people to understand, or have a deeper understanding of what the motivation is, what that connection is between the physical aspect of the walking and the spiritual aspect of the forgiving. Um, the benefits of forgiving, how to keep yourself motivated while we're kind of going through this challenge, because it's a lot of steps over a long period of time, and can be easy to, kind of lose motivation a little bit. So if we have any tips or anything like that.
okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I um wasn't sure about what to do, but glad that you guys helped me to understand. Okay. All right. So we'll do the event for the challenge. I suggest the main event because I already have that relationship with Wendy Lucas. I've already been working closely with her and Swanee. And what do you guys think about that? It's okay?
That's fine. Did you get clarity on what's included in the price?
Yeah, I got clarity. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then it's the date is going to be September 26th, 26 at 7:30 p.m. Okay, and I'll let you know if any of that details change.
Okay.
Okay. Um, Sandy, do you have time to go with me down to the main event and meet with Wendy and discuss the plan?
Sure. When do you have in
Yeah.
mind?
Um, let me make an appointment with her, you
Okay.
know? Okay. And we'll talk about how to make it happen. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, I need to schedule a meeting with Sandy and Wendy. Okay. All right. So good thing this is recorded, but can anybody take notes for the meeting? Like Charlie, would you mind just taking a couple of notes down?
Just a moment. Okay, ready.
Okay. So we need to do a meeting with me and Sandy and Wendy from the main event. Okay.
All right.
So I need someone. So let me shoot you Wendy's number Sandy?
Okay.
Okay. And before I forget, let me do that right now.
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't have her personal cell. You just call the main office of Main Event, and um,
Where's it located?
ask for Wendy Lucas, the one in Suwannee,
Okay.
and ask her to set up an appointment so that we can meet about, an event.
And an appointment. Okay. To set up main event.
Yeah. Okay.
What days are better for you to meet?
I work from home on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And I get off from work on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I get home around 7.
I typically have Sundays and Tuesdays off now
Okay.
from my work.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, so, life first. Work around your schedules, right? It's all life.
There you go.
So, yeah. So this should be fun. This should be a fun, event that we're doing. So it's 2 o'clock. Does anybody have any time constraints?
I'm I'm getting ready to go out to lunch with a friend.
Okay. All right. Who can stay on?
I probably have to go in a minute, but I can take a few more notes
Okay.
if it's closer to. Yeah, I've only got like 5 minutes tops.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have anything else they need to bring up?
I think the suggestion about, telling your story, Tom, like a short telegraph, elevator type, talk, what to call the elevator type talk, something short, one short paragraph of your story. Uh, why are you putting this together, and what's the vision?
Okay, yeah, I already have a YouTube video on that. I created a YouTube video.
Okay,
Um, so it's the first edition. I plan on polishing it and making it more.
okay, okay.
But I will text that. So Charlie, text everybody the YouTube video
Ah,
that I made. Okay.
It may be just a short um, written piece from that video, because maybe not everybody's going to go watch the video
Yeah.
in your printed material. Something really short, like the most
Yeah.
important piece of the video in there, and that
Okay.
also inspire people to go watch the video as well.
Yeah. And we maybe QR code on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. We could put that on the postcard on the other side.
yeah. QR code to the video, I think it'd be great.
Yeah. Um, so I need to make more postcards. Let's see. So I'm gonna eventually gonna need to delegate things, right? Because as you can see, my list is getting really long of things I need to do. Um, who's available to be delegated to? Who can I say, oh, can you please, do this and do that? Who's available to, for me to ask tasks for?
I can take on something
Yeah.
or
Okay.
task or two.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna need that. Okay. Everybody else is free to just do their own thing, you know. So does everybody have a description, the job description for the volunteer challenge ambassador?
I haven't
No.
opened the email yet, but I think that's one of the things that you sent me the other day, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a
Okay.
job description for the volunteer challenge ambassador. And the volunteer challenge ambassador is just someone who's signed up for the challenge, and those who want to get like 3 to 4 other people to sign up for the challenge. Okay. They're a way of recruiting volunteers for this. Okay. So they're passionate about the vision of the thing. So that's the summary. I'll send you the full job description of the volunteer challenge ambassador. So in a way, we're all volunteer challenge ambassadors. We are all hooked up to the mission. We want to do the 7,000 steps, or at least do some type of, process that we go through during those 70 days. I hope, it can be 7 times around a building. It doesn't have to be 7,000 steps if you can't do 7,000 steps a day. It can be. I have a friend of mine, Kristen, and she says, her shoulder, her ankle has been broken, which I believe is going to be healed. Like she says that I will pray for you 7 times a day for the next 70 days. So, that was something that I felt really touched by.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, another partnership that I have is with the Prayer Line. The Prayer Line is a group of Christian radio stations that came together, and there's a number that we are passing out, that during this time of the 70 times 7 challenge, they're encouraged to call the prayer line and ask for prayer if they need it. It's a 24/7 service. I've used them, and I've told them about the challenge, and they said that they're praying for us, and they're praying for this right now. So we have a whole prayer ministry, and that behind this challenge. And I think that's a very important part to recognize, is that this challenge is powered by prayer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's see. What else did we need to discuss? Okay, so Sandy's role is kind of like the director of volunteers. Okay. Do you get the job description for the director of volunteers?
Again, I haven't looked at the email yet because I'm behind on my email. I just saw that you sent me material and it had attachments on it, so I'm presuming it's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me pull up the job description so everybody understands Sandy's role. Okay. So first, let's start with the challenge ambassador, because Sandy is the one managing challenge ambassadors. So if you go to the website, dryandbarren.com, okay, what happens is when you open the homepage, you get this. It talks about the virtual walking challenge. Then the pop-up for the book comes up. You can just delete that. Okay. Talks about what the challenge is, the mission, how to register for the challenge. And then down here, there's a button called volunteer opportunities. Okay. So then again, it talks about what the challenge is, the position overview, and the key responsibilities is to join the Barren Land Walking Club and participate in the 7x70 challenge. Actively recruit others to join the walking club and register for the challenge. So this is how we're going to get people to sign up. We're going to publicize this position. It's a volunteer position. So basically, we're going to get people excited about being here. And so people who have already signed up, who are really engaged in the vision, will basically email me and email me and say, hey, I want to become a volunteer. So this is how we're going to grow our volunteer staff for this. So this is the kind of the staff increasing strategy for this and getting more volunteers. So there's requirement expectations to make good faith effort to recruit participants to the challenge. Ambassadors are encouraged to establish a personal recruitment goal, such as inviting 5 people to join the walking club and encourage at least 2 people to register for the 70 times 7 challenge, sharing the challenge regularly throughout the registration period. Do you know why I use these numbers 5 and 2? The reason why I use 5 and 2 is because the sermon, the miracle of Jesus and the fish, multiplying it to the multitudes. He took 5 fish and 2 pieces of bread and he multiplied it. So that's the vision that I had around this challenge, is that God's going to multiply it. God's going to get a lot of people involved. And it's going to be, something that we do every year on September 26th. And this is going to be a start of a movement that's just going to be bigger than what we're looking at right now. And it says, we're trying to build a community of people committed to walking, forgiving, healing, and moving forward. The time commitment, let people know that it's approximately 1 to 2 hours a week, depending on volunteer involvement. So that means it's flexible. It's just whatever you want to put in time. Once you're a volunteer, you kind of recognize that the cultural values that we talked about, like it's all life. This is a volunteer opportunity. It should be fun. You're here, you're making friends. You can be your authentic self. You're just excited about the challenge. You're just excited about it. We'll recognize the challenge ambassadors at the kickoff event. We'll let them know that they can just come up to the front and just take a bow. And then that's the position for the volunteer challenge ambassador. So when the volunteers come in, and more people come, we're going to need someone to help manage the volunteers. And that's going to be Sandy's role. And, in this organization, we're all going to play many hats. But this is a hat that I asked Sandy specifically to play. Okay, so the director of volunteer challenge ambassadors will lead and coordinate the volunteer ambassador team for the 70 times 7 challenge walk of forgiveness. The person will help build an enthusiastic community around the challenge by recruiting, training, supporting, and motivating volunteer ambassadors who will promote the challenge and encourage others to participate. The director will serve as the primary point of contact for the challenge ambassadors and will help ensure that every ambassador has resources, information, and encouragement needed to successfully invite others to join the walking club and participate in the 7-day challenge. Key responsibilities: recruit volunteer ambassadors, actively recruit individuals to serve as volunteer challenge ambassadors, identify people who are passionate about walking, forgiveness, mental wellness, community, and mission of Dry and Barren Land. Reach out to potential ambassadors through personal networks, social media, community organizations, churches, walking groups, or other appropriate channels. Build and maintain a growing team of engaged ambassadors. Lead and support ambassadors. Welcome and orient new ambassadors. Provide ambassadors with promotional materials, messaging graphics, and information about the challenge. Maintain regular communication with the ambassador team. Encourage ambassadors, answer questions, and help them overcome challenges. Recognize and celebrate ambassador contributions. Drive challenge. Encourage ambassadors to actively promote the Dry and Barren Land Walking Club. Encourage our ambassadors to recruit participants to the 70 times 7 challenge walk of forgiveness. Help ambassadors set personal outreach goals. Track ambassador engagement and recruit efforts. Develop creative ways to ambassadors to generate excitement and participation. Community building. Foster a positive, welcoming, and mission-centered ambassador community. Encourage ambassadors to share their personal stories and reasons for participating. Promote a spirit of encouragement, forgiveness, healing, movement, and personal growth. Help create an environment where participants feel connected and supported throughout the challenge. The ideal candidate is passionate about the mission of Dry and Barren Land, enthusiastic, encouraging, and people-oriented, comfortable recruiting and motivating volunteers, a strong communicator, organized and dependable, comfortable using social media and digital communication, willing to take initiative and work independently, passionate about community building, committed to promoting the 70 times 7 challenge, walk of forgiveness, and its message to release, heal, grow, move forward. Time commitment. This is a volunteer leadership position. The expected commitment will vary depending on size and needs of the ambassador team, but will include regular communication with ambassador recruitment activities and ongoing support throughout the challenge. Success in the role. Success will be measured by the director's ability to build a strong team of volunteer challenge ambassadors, recruit and retain engaged ambassadors, increase participation in the Dry and Barren Land Walking Club, increase registrations and participation in the 7 times 7 challenge, keep ambassadors informed, motivated, and connected, create a positive, encouraging volunteer culture. Why serve? This is an opportunity to help build a movement centered on forgiveness, healing, mental wellness, and forward movement, while bringing people together throughout the simple and active walking. Release, heal, grow, move forward. Okay, thank you for letting me read all that. I know that was a lot to take in. The reason why I asked you to let me read all that and go through that in that way was because I'm going to kind of take this part of the video where I was reading it and make it a separate YouTube clip to kind of let people know that, there is, leadership positions, available in this challenge that we're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's, if you know someone, who's interested in being part of the leadership of this, then let me know. And we'll, try to create that, see if it'll be a good fit.
What other leadership positions are you looking at, Tom?
Well, there's the event organizer. So that's me. So that's my job. I have to write my job description. Charlie, write down event organizer as the job description.
Got it.
And say, Tom, write your job description. And right now,
Event
event
organizer.
organizer's doing everything. Yeah. Co-sponsorships and this and that and all of that, So there's a lot of moving pieces, but as I organize and as I delegate, then they'll be like, okay, like I need some leadership position to handle marketing, right? That might be a potential leadership position. Because I've been doing a lot of my own content creation. So if someone could help with marketing, I need someone that's going to be like an accountant. To and right now that's kind of me, but if we get sponsorships and stuff like that, like I would rather do the counting separate and not have that fall on me. See, so there's another person that kind of an advisor that I have in mind, Stan Hill. He's my former 12-step sponsor. And I would like to get him on the leadership to provide kind of like counsel. He's kind of like general counsel to the group. He's a lawyer. And I need someone that's going to advise me, keep me in check, and like have ideas to bounce off of. So that's another leadership position. But thanks, good question.
Yeah, my friend just got here to pick me up, so I'm gonna have to drop off.
Okay, great. All right, thanks.
All right. Sorry, I thought the meeting was half hour, so I thought the 2 o'clock
Yeah,
meeting.
I thought so too. Yeah, and anytime you need to go, just go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It was nice to meet
Yes.
everybody. Thank
Okay.
you.
Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. All
Same
right, and
here.
then
I
there were
think I
four.
better go too, Tom.
Okay.
We'll touch base later on all
All
the
right.
logistics and roles for the future of
Okay.
leadership.
All right, cool.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
Greg. Bye, Tom.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Nice meeting you, Anna. Bye bye.
So, Greg, any thoughts?
Yeah, it was good meeting. I appreciated explaining all that, and because I read through the material and thought I had a good grasp of what you're trying to accomplish. Is really the way I see it is everybody's got a journey in life, right? And that journey has to include forgiveness. Uh, People go to church, but I'm not sure they really forgive, right? In their challenges of life, right? The negative things in life, the bad things that happen, you know, the, the really horrible things that happen to people in life. Um, they have to forgive. They have to let things go before they can really flourish on who they are in Christ, right? So yeah, so the theme is great. I'll be talking to people about it. Um, I have a meeting that I'm going to at a friend's house who just bought a investment property, and I'll talk to them about it, and I'll show them the information you passed out.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you.
And
Oh, about the Madison Club event, it's at
yeah,
5 o'clock on Tuesday, right?
yeah, it's so dinner starts about 5 or 5:15. It goes till 8 o'clock. So if people just want to come to the meeting, don't want to do the dinner, they can do that as well. But I'll be there from like 5:15 to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can make it because of work constraints. I
Okay.
want to go. I know that Sandy is really interested in what the Madison Club stands for.
Okay.
Um, I was gonna, before she left, I was gonna let you guys get to talk a little bit. But she might be interested in going. Could she go in my place?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And the best way to learn about the Madison Forums is come to the meeting. Um, that's best way to learn about it. And then people can become a member if they want, and then we can talk about what that is about. And so it's just a really good group of people who care about America and making sure America stays constitutional.
Hmm. Yeah. Do you guys ever want to like promote it more and let people know? Because it's like
Yeah,
not people know about it.
yeah. Let's see. I'm going to bring it up on my phone here, Madison Forum.
What's the website?
I'll go to it right now. I'll send you the link. Let's see here. Madison Forum meeting with Michael Opitz in Marietta, Georgia.
Fish Market in Marietta, right?
Yeah, Marietta. Um, yeah, there's several links here. Let's see which is the best one here.
This AI is not up to date.
What's that?
This AI. Oh, it's my friend Stan. Hold on a second. Hey Stan.
Hey, is this a good moment to check in with you?
I'm talking with my friend Greg. Would you like to say hi to Greg? He's also in the 70 times 7 challenge.
Well, I'll let you go. Hello, Greg, and hi, God be with you.
Okay.
Yep, nice
So
to
that
meet
was
you.
so that was Stan. Yeah, that's the kind of counsel for this. Another board member, if you will. Okay. I don't think this meeting is correct because it says Madison Forum holds monthly meetings on the last Monday of each month at the Marietta
Uh,
Fish
that
Market.
that has changed. So it's the last Tuesday. So this
Yeah.
is old information. Uh, a lot of times I found AI is not correct. I found a lot of errors in AI searches. So I just use Chrome. Chrome's got the best information here. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in AI right now. It's really puts out a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
It, it's good for, I think, the only thing I found AI for me is good is when I was running for office, and I'd say shorten this speech, and it'd give me 18 different options with emphasis on this and emphasis on that. And after a couple of hours of jostling around with AI and telling it do this and telling it do that, finally it got down to, okay, maybe this will work, maybe it won't. So
Hmm.
I try to limit my use of AI. I just like to do my own thinking, especially in the area of entrepreneurship and um, the secrecy of the medical devices I work in. I can't put anything on AI about that.
Yeah. Before we forget, I sent an email blast about the challenge to about 1,000 people in my support group, narcissistic
Yeah,
support
yeah,
and healing.
yeah.
Yeah. So that
Let's
was
see.
so
So here,
it's not just local to Atlanta. That's where the network is, but it's nationwide.
yeah, yeah. Let's see here. I'm looking at the Madison Forum link website. I'm going to send it to you right now.
Okay.
Um, just trying to see where how I could send it here. It just says send in Messenger. Well, I don't want to send in Messenger because I don't use Messenger. I'm going to send you so I just copied the link. And okay, there's a link there.
Okay. Gotcha. Man arrested trespassing in his home. The MadisonForum.com.
Yeah, that's just an article.
Okay. I'll read this.
Let's see. Does it have the schedule on here? Let's see. Madison Forum. Let's see, what's the next meeting? So the next meeting should say it's it was the last Monday of every month, but the fish market is now closed on the last Monday of every month. I don't know why. So we had to shift it to the last Tuesday of every month. And let's see here. Next meeting. Guest speakers. Let's see if it's got the next guest speaker we have here. I spoke there February 23rd about the cancer research I've been doing for 26 years.
So, Greg, this is going to be on YouTube, and it's going to go viral. Was there anything that you want to say?
Your YouTube video?
Yeah, let's imagine this conversation that we're having right now. I'm going to put it on YouTube, and it's going to go viral, and you have an opportunity to say anything you want to say about yourself, about the Madison Club, about whatever it is.
Oh, about anything, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is Greg Kirkpatrick, and I invite everybody to the Madison Forum the last Tuesday of every month at the Fish Market in Marietta, Georgia. And dinner starts at 5 p.m. The meeting ends at 8 p.m. And we have very, very influential guest speakers, leaders in our community around the state and around the country who come on that last Tuesday of every month at the Fish Market in Marietta. And the meeting ends at 8 p.m. If you want to come for dinner, starts about 5 or 5:15 p.m. with a fish dinner. And then the speaker usually starts speaking about 6:30, and then we have a Q&A session, and members can ask any question they want. Or if they're not a member, they could ask a question through a member. So it's an exciting time to support the Constitution of the United States and to prevent America from becoming a totalitarian state. So I invite you all to come and support the United States Constitution and what it stands for and what it means. That's it. See you
All
there.
right. You got it. You got it. All right. So for me, I would say virtual walking challenge, the
Yeah.
70 times 7 challenge walking club. About the challenge, the 70 times 7 challenge walk of forgiveness is a 70-day virtual walking challenge designed to encourage movement, healing, reflection, and forward progress. Participants commit to walking 7,000 steps every day for 70 days while reflecting on the journey of forgiveness and personal growth. The challenge is presented by Dry and Barren Land, an organization focused on helping people move through difficult seasons through healing, growth, and renewed purpose. The mission. The 7 times 7 challenge is Walk of Forgiveness, seeks to raise awareness around spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical health and the impact of forgiveness while creating a positive, accessible community experience. Walking provides a simple daily action that can symbolize choosing to release, heal, grow, move forward. The challenge is built around the belief that healing journey and sometimes the most important thing we can do is simply take the next step. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. Colossians 3:13. All right, and visit dryandbarren.com for instructions on how to register for the challenge.
Good. So you got that recorded.
Yeah.
How did the name Dry and Barren come about? Where does it
So there's a verse called from Isaiah 58:11. And in it, it says, in a sun-scorched land, I will meet all your needs. And some translations of that verse is actually dry and barren land. In this, it's dry and barren land.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book called Walking Passionately Through Seasons of Spiritual Dryness.
Right.
And, I think that, we go through periods of highs and lows.
Yeah.
And after a spiritual high, there's this sometimes a blah feeling. It's sometimes pains and deep challenges and stuff like that can actually draw us closer to God. And then we feel God is really close, and then we don't necessarily we need God. So we walk away. But there's these times of periods where we experience a spiritual high, and and then we kind of go into the season of dryness, spiritual dryness.
Yeah.
So the book is about God's purpose for us into leading us into seasons of spiritual dryness. And I received that verse from my mission trip to Mongolia after I graduated college. A friend of mine wrote that verse in a bookmark, and
Okay.
um, and I still have that bookmark. And basically, that was the inspiration behind Dry and Barren Land.
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, people go through highs and lows, peaks and valleys, times where they're inspired or times they're looking for inspiration. And those, so there can be those very dry and barren uh, parts of our lives that where we're looking to the Lord Jesus for answers and to guide us by the Holy Spirit into the land flowing with milk and honey.
My friend Stan calls it, oh, you should do another book called Wet and Blooming.
I always think of the land flowing with milk and honey,
Yeah,
the promised land to Israel, because they're in a dry and barren place, right? In the desert.
yeah,
Literally dry and barren. And so, but that's the parallels to our life, right? That's the simile, the figure of speech about how
it's
our
the in
lives,
between moments, it's the in between
yeah,
moments. Yeah,
yeah, how our lives can, you know, so when they finally did get into the promised land flowing with milk and honey, they still had challenges after they took the land, right?
yeah,
They had to deal with themselves and their temptations to worship false gods. And so when they looked at the enemy, sometimes the old saying was, we looked for the enemy, we found out the enemy was us. Right?
yeah,
And sometimes be our own worst enemy.
yeah,
So just some analogies there that I was thinking about. But
yeah,
yeah, I always think, I love that, that vision of the land flowing with milk and honey.
yeah. I'm gonna stop recording. I need to talk to you about something private.